Hi, and welcome back. Nobody likes to be messed with, but everyone messes with people on occasion. That's just the way life goes. Sometimes you don't realize you're doing it. Other times you do. Either way, messing with someone isn't always a bad thing. It can even be therapeutic in some ways. If you don't know how to get started, or if you want some help figuring out what psychological tricks are best to play on others, we gather for you some of the best psychological trick on Reddit. So, keep watching to find out more. Let's get started. I just want you to know, I personally have no problem with you being at this party. I use this trick all the time when someone is yelling at me over the phone. Stay completely silent. Don't ignore them and speak when spoken to, but when they are talking, nothing. No who's, no mems, no I see, nothing. Deprive them of all subconscious feedback. You really have to work at it, because humans naturally try to feed off one another verbally in conversation. The other person will quickly sense that something is wrong in the conversation, and it usually throws them off track enough that they stop ranting or yelling and tell you what they actually want. Best way to shut someone up without being rude. Semiotics professor taught it to me. It works just as well in person, but face to face, you have to also avoid nodding, moving your hands, and you have to look them directly in the eyes. When I know someone dislikes me or is indifferent or cold, I'll ask them to do simple favors for me. Things like passing me a drink from a table or doing a small easy menial task, and then thank them and tell them they really helped me out. People in general are self-observing and want to make sense of their own actions. By helping you, subconsciously they will slowly change their opinion of you from negative to positive. It's an easy way to build relationships, and although it doesn't fuck with someone in a conscious way, sometimes people just end up your friend and have no idea how or why. Telling people nice socks, even when they're not visible. Everything people say about you is true. One of my bosses feels the need to contradict anything I say, no matter how benign. She gets in moods, should probably see a therapist. When she does this, I just start agreeing with whatever she says, but I phrase it a little differently and make my tone slightly argumentative, but I'm basically a parrot. Sure enough, she'll contradict what I say, so I do it again, agreeing with her new statement. We can go on like this for a long time. She argues with herself. It doesn't help anything, but I find it amusing. It's the conversational equivalent of my brother grabbing my hand and smacking me in the face with it while saying, "Why are you hitting yourself? Stop hitting yourself." Stare in their forehead just between and slightly above the eye line while talking to someone. It throws them off their game, and they have a harder time lying to you or trying to influence you. There is a term for this style, but I am too lazy to look it up. I took my kids and 2 of their friends to the skateboard park when they were about 8 and 10 years old. Some kid, who was about 12, was bullying them constantly. He was with 2 others. As an adult, I couldn't do a whole lot to the bully, and I didn't want to see my group have to leave on account of this kid being a jerk. So I told my oldest to just stare at the bully the next time he was approached by him, then say, "Your one eye is higher than the other one," and then skateboard away. Then, one by one, the other 3 kids in my group all skated past him, stared, then turned to my kid and said, "Yeah, you're right." The bully went over to his 2 buddies, and he must have asked them if it was true that his eyes were uneven. They all stared at him for a minute. He started crying and left the park. I kinda felt a little bad for him, but not as bad as I felt when he was being an asshole to my kids and their friends. Not really a psychological trick, but when I was teaching in the inner city, I had a 7th grader yell at me in front of the whole class to go fuck myself when I said they needed to stop talking and pay attention. I didn't yell at them or scold them, just said we don't speak like that to each other. Then made it an absolute priority to greet them at the door and ask how their day was going. A couple weeks of this, and I asked if they wanted to help run my PowerPoint presentations, transition slides when I needed, etc. Before you knew it, they had the positive influence they needed, and I had a wonderful ally in helping my class run smoothly. Sometimes when a person acts out against you, it's because they are hurt. Show them you care, and you may change their entire outlook. That's it for this video. Please feel free to share your experiences in the comments below. Thank you for your time, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to never miss future uploads. And I see you in the next video for a happier, healthier mind.